We wanted to find out if the Moroccan food that we get here in the UK is just as good as the food that you get in the actual country itself. So we decided to fly out and check it out for ourselves and compare the two.
Salad Tanjia, Tanjia Marrakechia.
And it's my first time, I'm going to try snail. It says the food's the best.
Hey, visit me. Come, ask the people.
Yeah, we'll go no, right now. Obviously, pretty much every restaurant's going to be authentic. It's going to have its own unique decor. But for the food, what we ordered is beef tagine, pastilla, which is actually chicken inside like this pastry that's got almonds inside also. We've got mincemeat skewer, harira soup, and a traditional Moroccan salad. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know what's inside each of these dishes because there's just the name of the dish. I'm just gonna play it by ear and see what it actually tastes like. I'm excited, and I think for the authentic experience, you gotta put the hat on as well, sideways, obviously. Hey. Me and the Bufflunch team always say it's the little things in a restaurant what you experience what just makes it a special memory for you. Oh, the first thing I'm gonna try is the soup. I don't know what's inside, but let's taste it. Oh, earthy, texture, silky, definitely soothing and comforting. Now, I saw this bread that they were making everywhere, and it seems like quite dense bread. So I thought this would be the perfect bread to just dip in that soup. That's the perfect bread for that soup. Next, I'm gonna go for the beef tagine. And as you can see, there's peas on top, there's olives, there's all these vegetables, there's courgettes, there's aubergines, and there's a nice chunk of beef in the middle. And just look how soft that is. I just poke it with my spoon, and it just falls apart. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little bite with some of the carrot, with an olive, and some peas. I don't wanna burn my mouth, bro, chill out. Oh my God. That beef is so tender but actually crispy on the exterior. But the broth or the soup that's in that and the olives bring a little zing. But the soup is so flavorful, and those veg, let me tell you, I think this is going to be a recurring theme, that the veg is just more flavorful than what we have back in the UK for some reason. Oh, I love that. And the vegetables, soft. You know how I like to say S-A-R-R-R-F-D? Vegetables are soft. Next for the pastilla. I'm just going to break it open so you guys can see. Wow, the texture. There's chicken in there, there's almonds. Oh. What? Not many dishes catch me by surprise that like that has. The exterior, super thin and crispy, but the top is coated with like some sweet cinnamon and like something sweet. But it's almost like a pastry that's got some meat inside. And I love it. I absolutely love that. Wow, that blew me away. Shocked. Everything else I could probably maybe figure out what they taste like. That was a complete surprise to me. Finally, for these mincemeat skewers, I'm just gonna take one and just go Neanderthal style. Oh my God. Before I talk, let me just take some chili sauce with it. And you know what? I'm gonna try some of this rice as well. Oh, that flavorful, soft mincemeat. That chili sauce, I think it's harissa. And it's quite salty, zingy, and obviously hot. But the rice was cold, and it's got mixed herbs and vegetables in there. And together, remember this sign. Remember this sign. That was just a mad combination of flavors. So far, Moroccan food. Guys, we took a little nap. Now we're in Jamal Fina, and I'll be honest with you, my senses are getting overloaded. There's food, there's fish, there's snails, there's shoes getting sold, there's kebabs, there's rooftop terraces, and there's a lot of choice. We're spoiled. So there's about 6 stores that are just selling the snails, and we didn't know which one to pick. And what they tend to do here is they'll lure you in. As I've seen other people do it, I think you pick one up and you dig your
toothpick. It's actually boiling, by the way. My hand's just burnt, but you dig your little toothpick into it. And it's my first time. I'm gonna try a snail. You know what? It's not bad. I thought it was gonna be worse. It's a little bit smoky, and the texture's almost like mushroom. And it's got a little aftertaste of like a seafood taste. Best way I can describe it is like a seafood mushroom. Same texture, and that broth's actually quite flavoursome. Now the nice man at the store just gave me a whole bunch of different spices. And you know what? After smelling a few of them, I'm gonna go for a bit of this one and a little bit of this chili powder. I also poured a little bit of salt off camera. Let's see how this now changes. 100% put those spices on it. 100%. Because you know what? That completely changed the flavour. Before I said it's not bad, now it's actually nice. Especially this one. Wow. I don't know what it is, but I'd recommend you try it with that. This is like potato, cheese, egg. You put some red onions in there and some oil, and I asked for some extra chili. I can't lie, my senses are overloaded. There's people coming up to you saying, come and try our food. They're tempting you to get theirs. It says their food's the best.
Hey, visit me. Come, ask the people. The people.
I know, bro. If you want to eat this, air conditioning.
I believe you, brother.
Alright, cool.
I give for the creation. My number?
Number 12. So we just thought we'd try this one because it was a little bit more unique. Oh my god. That's actually nice. The potato, the zinginess of that oil that you put, the red onions, the cheese, and that egg. I mean, everyone's probably tasted those flavors, but combining this nice bread, I think it just works. And it's just nice, man. This is just a good sandwich. Can't go wrong. That's good. When you walk in this market, every single 2 minutes, someone's gonna come to you and say, come try our food, is the best. It's interesting. So we decided to come to number 31, Haj Hassan Raquiq. I don't even know how to pronounce that. But we decided to come here to get a spicy sausage and some bread with some spicy sauce. So I'm gonna get one of these sausages and just scoop it up inside there. Oh, that shocked me. The sausage is smoky and it's got loads of herbs and spices. The bread soaked up some of that chili. It's not actually too spicy, but you know what? It's a little snack. These are the ones that we'll be trying. If you just gave me a meze of all of them, it'll be perfect. But that sausage is actually quite tasty, man. I'm surprised. I don't know what meat it is, but it's really good. So we're at the Atlas Mountains. Now, part of the tour that we've come on, we've stopped at this riverside restaurant. And what we've ordered is a Berber tagine with chicken, the mincemeat tagine, and chicken tagine with lemon. And I'm not gonna tell you about the vibe of the restaurant. Like, this is gonna be the most authentic you're gonna get. It's by the river, it feels nice, you can see the mountains. Just a good vibe. I just got told, obviously, the dish itself is called a tagine. So when I say something tagine, I don't want you guys to get confused that we're ordering the same dish. Even though some of them look similar, it's actually referring to the dish. Just because this one's boiling hot, I'm gonna go for the mincemeat tagine first because it looks like it's cooled down a little bit more. A little bit hot. Well, let me tell you, flavorful, quality meat. And you know what? Best way I can describe the meat, it's village meat, it's organic. You can just taste it's had a good life, basically. The taste just hits differently. It's real good. Now this one looks similar to the dish that we got in the other restaurant, but it's actually a Berber style tagine. I'm gonna break some off, get some vegetables in there as well. Wow. With the way they cook it, it's retained some of that moisture, so it's not some dry chicken, and it's just nice. That chicken does not taste like regular chicken. I don't even want to call it free range. I think it's just had a different life than what we get back in the UK. But the meat flavor itself, like the natural meat flavor, completely different. But again, I'm gonna say, it's authentic, man. It's like, this is what the Moroccans eat, and it's just good food. Natural, hearty food. Now for the chicken with the lemon, and it's looking crispy. And just take a little chunk, get a bit of the skin. Oh! Zingy, but a new flavor. I've never tasted something like that before. Obviously the lemon comes through, but the juice and the herbs and everything they've used, it's completely different to that chicken. Authentic. That's the best way I can describe it. Earthy, authentic, and just natural flavors. Even though they tend to be simple dishes, they're just great flavor. So as you walk around, there's so many things that you just have to try. And one of the things that caught our eye, I thought it was actually bamboo shoots that the guy was feeding into the machine, but it's sugarcane. And I've always wanted to try some sugarcane juice. So we got one, and it's my first sip. That is mad. Oh my God, hold on, before I tell you, let me just taste it again. It's like citrusy sweet and earthy. Definitely recommend it. First time I had it, and I love it. Oh, oh, oh. We're walking past this little shack that someone, when we were walking earlier, it was like, this guy's the best sandwiches. And it's like a Berber shack. So we've got one kefta kebab sandwich and one chicken with vegetable sandwich. And there's loads of noise that I'm getting overwhelmed with so many sensations, and people are like, come to this, come to the shop, come to the mosque. Mosque, yeah, of course, namaz. Yeah, we'll go mosque. No, right now. Yeah, you're gonna get that a lot when you come here, but you just have to just battle with it and just deal with that pressure. So this one's the mincemeat kefta one. It was worth the stress because that sandwich actually bangs. It's like a crushed up burger where the harissa sauce and the ketchup mix with those grilled vegetables. I like it. Now for the chicken one. Again, it's got the vegetables and the cheese. Oh, completely different. Even though you probably use the similar vegetables, that chicken has been marinated completely differently and it tastes like a different sandwich. Same bread, same vegetables, but that meat and the marination, I just set it apart. Again, with that dense bread that you see everywhere, and it just works with every meal, whether you're having breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's nice, man, it's nice. And it's cheap, it's cheerful, and it's definitely delicious, and I can see why the locals enjoy it. Because boy, I'm enjoying it too. Listen, there's so many choices, yeah? We just walked past another one. I thought I might as well just try this one as well. And his name is Sandwich Hisham. And this one's got sausage, chicken, and burger just mixed up with vegetables. And he put some hot sauce in it for me. Oh, I had to come in a little bit more quiet place because my mind was just getting fried with all that noise and choice. So yeah, this one's different. Look at that, it's glistening. Sausage, chicken, beef, veg, hot sauce. All these sandwiches are different, even though they're using the same bread, similar vegetables. Sandwich Hisham was different to the boss man that we just had his sandwich. They just got their own little twist to it. That's why I think it's so tempting and to try in all of them. And when they're telling you, oh, come and try ours, you know what? They're different, man. Maybe you gotta try it to find your favorite because so far, they've all been great. And I don't know which one is my favorite, so, wow. Donkey milk. So we've come to visit the palace and we've come to Bocadillos El Bidawi. Yeah, half these names I'm not pronouncing it right. But we've gone for the sausage sandwich with some cheese. We're actually inside the spice market. Everywhere around us is just spice shops. There's obviously other shops as well, but the majority of the shops here sell different spices in different forms. Just look at that. It's got a little mini sausage, the salad, the red onion, and the harissa. Here they give you paper to wipe them out. You know what? That little mini sausage that we've had in other places, that's flavorful, man. They're packing a lot of different herbs and spices in there, and it just becomes a nice little pocket of goodness. That's the one thing that separates it from back home. Even though it's like fast food, everything just feels more fresh. It just feels a little bit more earthier and just more natural. Great sandwich. Just make sure you don't get a paper cut. I'm trying to wipe them out with the paper. So let me just tell you how fresh this calamari is right here. There's actually a fishmonger's within the shop. You can sit upstairs and eat. And he just literally freshly fried some calamari. And obviously there's other seafoods as well that you can get. So I'm gonna squeeze some lime. So here we go for the Moroccan calamari. There's a lot happening in the background, but boy, that is fresh. The batter is super light and crispy. And there's a rickshaw right behind me. I don't know if he's gonna run me over or not. But listen, he just pulled it right out of the oil. And it's great. You can't get fresher than that, man. Literally, the fish shop is in the shop. Definitely try the street food here. So I keep walking past this fruit stand and there's loads of them and I don't know what it is. So what they do is they cut it in the middle and he takes out a toothpick and he just stabs it. It looks a bit like beetroot. I've never seen it, I've never had it. So this is the first time I'm trying it. Oh my God. Swallow it all. The seeds. Okay, just so you know, there's hard seeds inside. Well, he's just telling me to swallow it all. That is the most unique fruit I've ever had. You know what? It's got its own taste. I can't even tell you it tastes like anything. It's just a little bit sour, sweet, great texture, and it's got hard seeds in the middle that you're just gonna have to swallow. I don't know if it's good for you or not, but I've just swallowed it. So the man just educated me and said they're actually called red figs. So if you ever see a red fig, you cut it up, put a toothpick in it and eat it because it was amazing. It's definitely worth a try. We're at Ches Hassan Baulo and we come to get a sheep's head and some Tanjia, which we've not had. It's different to Tagine. It's actually cooked in like a taller vase and that's where all the meat is. We've got half a kilo of meat in there and a sheep's head. We're gonna have it with the same old trusted bread, yeah?
Whiskey Morocco.
And I spoke about the little things that make a big difference and you saw the way he, like an expert, poured that tea and they just give you complimentary tea. Just obviously it's a heavy meal so they just cleanse the palate.
Champions League. Morocco. Salad Tanjia. Tanjia Marrakechia. Hakawa.
Tanjia dance.
Ahua. Wait, okay. Open. Oh, Tanjia. Bismillah. Oh, yo, Tanjia. Voilà, okay.
I'll be honest, out of all the dishes we've tried so far, I'm actually the most excited about this Tanjia. Thank you very much, man. He just gave us some olives as well. Look, just look how soft it is. It just breaks apart as soon as you touch it. It's just soft. That so far is my favorite thing we've had. That meat is soft, fatty, almost feels like oxtail, but the quality of the meat, the tenderness, the flavors, just the way it's cooked, that is so far one of my favorite things we've tried in this whole trip. If you were to ask me, get Tanjia or Tajin, Tanjia is the one. 100% hands down. As nice as Tajin was, Tanjia is by far my favorite because that's how I like my meat. Pause. Now for the sheep's head. And again, I'm gonna get a bit of that bread. I'm gonna get some fatty parts. There's like some gelatinous parts. Now this might seem wild to some of you guys watching at home. I've actually had this when I was younger, and in our culture, we also have sheep's head. So I already know this is gonna be amazing. Please, just get over the fact that it's a sheep's head and try it. The amount of different textures, flavors, the fattiness, the lean parts, and the way it's cooked and the spices they've used, it will blow your mind. Just get past the fact there's a sheep's head and you'll be blown away because honestly, Gordon Ramsay was serving this in one of his restaurants. It'll be a Michelin star restaurant. Number 53, remember that and come and check it out. We're at Cafe Clock, and this place is known for their camel burgers. So we've got the camel burger, and we've got the clock fried chicken, and that comes with souk spices, wedges, sweet chili sauce. Wow, that's sweet and smoky. The bread is crusty, the cheese is nice, coats that with some creaminess, but the burger, very, very unique taste from the burger. Again, earthy, and it's pungent. It's not like your regular beef flavor. It's a lot stronger flavor of meat. Crisp onions, tomatoes on top. Just a good burger. Charred and soft. Them chips are great. And now for the fried chicken. I'm just gonna take this little piece here. I'm gonna dip it in some of this sauce. Oh, that fried chicken is absolutely amazing. The batter is crispy, chicken's soft. I don't know what it's got in that batter, but I love it. Now, one of these potato wedges, I'm just gonna break it, but look how soft but crispy that is.
Oh, the potato, the chicken, even that burger, it's absolutely great. It's a little bit more pricey than what you pay for other burgers, but 100% recommend getting the Camel burger and getting the fried chicken. Real good.
There's a place called Teraz Bakshish, and the Guardian's actually written an article about them. They're highly rated on TripAdvisor, and I just want to make something clear. They are very prestigious restaurants in Marrakech. We just haven't gone to them because we've kept within a budget that everyone would actually be able to go to, and plus we've tried to find hidden gems or places that locals tend to eat at. And this was one of the places that the locals told us to go to, and obviously doing our own research, it was highly recommended by multiple sources for us to try. We've got the Tagine merguez, which is sausage tagine, the tagine of rabbit, which is self-explanatory, and we've got the mixed skewers. We bought the mixed skewers, and before they get cold, I'm gonna try the chicken first, because if I wait, this is gonna get super cold and it won't be edible. As I expected, marinated chicken, man. Can't go wrong. It's just nice. Now this is the minced meat one. I'm just gonna break off a little piece. Minced meat by far is better. So much flavor packed in that mince, man. And obviously you can taste the fire. That's what's important. Smoky, charcoaly. Don't even know if charcoaly is a word, but you know what I mean. Love that. And again, they bought that infamous bread. I don't even know what this bread is called. This is the bread of Marrakech. So while it's still sizzling, I'm gonna try the rabbit tagine. Definitely wait for it to cool down before you put it in your mouth. But this one's actually sweet. That's what surprised me. The other tagines we've had were not this sweet. And the meat, it's got a nice texture to it. I don't taste too much gaminess at all. Just a nice rabbit flavor. And there's olives in here, there's onions, there's peppers, but there's some sweetness happening in this one. That's different. But the meat, if you can see, is so tender that you don't even have to put any force and it just falls apart. Now for the tagine merguez, which is them sausage that we always eat. And we're gonna get a piece of sausage. Oh, flavor of that tagine merguez. Boy, there's garlic, there's chilies, there's parsley, there's coriander, I don't know what it is, onions. Again, I'll reiterate, the way they cook it, in this pot is called tagine. So whatever you put in it, it becomes whatever it is that you cook, tagine, because it's the method of cooking. Love that. Great place. Like I've told you guys before, when you're walking around the streets of Marrakech, things just catch your eye. And there was this shop called Chez Bismillah, and he serves Turkish-style coffee, but with Moroccan flavors and just a Moroccan way. I'm a big coffee drinker, but with this coffee, as he explained, there's so many different things than just the coffee bean.
I added to coffee 6 spices. I added turmeric, cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, cloves, and anise. And this is a combination of the spices. This is all of them is inside.
And he said you gotta wait 5 minutes for it to marinate and just get that flavor infused. And he gave us this special pastry that apparently is the best combination with this coffee. And this is a special Moroccan pastry. It smells very strong, and we asked for a strong coffee, so here we go. Oh my God. If you're a big coffee drinker, you can tell the difference between good coffee and bad coffee. And this is amazing coffee. The flavors that he's infused inside, the different flavors and the herbs that he's put, you can't really taste it that much, but it makes such a deep flavor. And it's strong, but in the most aromatic way that you can handle. And if you love coffee, you're gonna love this. It hits your nose, the taste, the flavors. And obviously we've got loads of people shouting, so my senses are getting overloaded again, but it's great. Now I'm gonna go for this pastry as well. I don't know what's inside it. Oh my God. Oh my God. This pastry is called the Horn of the Gazelle. And to be honest, I have no idea what's inside it or where it's made from or the flavors. It's only slightly sweet, very fragrant. And wow. This has to be my favorite pastry I've had in Morocco so far. Oh! Honestly, I cannot tell what's inside here. The flavors are so unique that I can't even decipher what it's got in it. It's one of the best cups of coffee I've ever had, and I'm not even joking. Wow. If you're in Marrakech, come to Chez Bismillah, try his coffee and his pastry, specifically this combination, and you won't regret it, I promise. That's boom. My God. Let's say ingredients first. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, yeah? Just, woosah, I'm tired. That's it for our special Moroccan food adventures. What did you say for me today? is just as good. Moroccan or Moroccan? Bro, I'm tired, man. Allow me, I've not slept. We set out in the beginning of the video to find out if the food in the UK is just as good as the food here in Morocco. And the honest answer is absolutely yes. They use the same ingredients, same cooking methodologies, and the same recipes. Hence why the food is just as amazing. But the one thing that you cannot beat is the people, the atmosphere, the weather, the authenticity of the surroundings, and obviously the freshness of the produce. But in terms of taste, they are both top level. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the video. Let us know if there's another country you'd like for us to visit, and we'll try and get there too. And we'll see you guys next time.